Morning, everybody. My name is Daniel, and today my speech will be on Chapter 9 Exposure. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Who has the most followers here? As you all know, social media is probably the best way to share our experiences with others, whether it be family, friends, anybody in general. Seems that we can't go a day without posting something on our story. Then again, it would be kind of worthless to be eating a 16-ounce ribeye steak or something, or taking a trip to Greece and not letting any of your two followers know. Our exposure to social media actually makes us like it even more. This is because if we are exposed to something, we begin to like it more and more. Think of it as a new friend or a new person you just met. You may like them at first, but once you get to know them more and more, you begin to like them more and more. This exposure can help us to build and maintain positive relationships. So let's continue to use social media to share our experiences, spend time with friends, and work on some exposure therapy. Maybe you're a little shy. Okay, so we all know the big impact that social media has on our lives. But do you remember when you first started using it, your first post? Is there any difference of how you view social media now from before? According to Medium.com, a recent study on the effect of social media likes have on a teenager's brain, actually like it to win the lottery or eating chocolate. This study also demonstrated that you're more likely to be engaged with a post that has been endorsed or, let's say, liked by a large number of your peers. Sort of a you follow what other people are doing. Social media likes, social media followers, and comments. Did you notice that the people with the most followers, with the most likes, with the most comments, and people that that you're engaged with the most? So let's say movie stars are a great example. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who appears in, let's say, like 30 movies, he's most likely gonna have more followers than somebody who's appeared in one movie. Sharing experiences. When you're sharing experiences with others, let's say you're posting something on your story, it is important that you're also engaged with other people, what they're posting, because maybe you'll like what they're doing. Maybe you'll like what the person that they are based on their story. So make sure you're engaged with others because maybe you like them more than you actually thought you did. Though our exposure to social media at times has a positive impact on our relationships, it can never replace the impact of in-person exposure to our peers. It is important to spend time with people in general. According to Communication for Contemporary Living by Dr. J. Rodriguez, states that the mere hypothesis says that we are more like, well, with the more we are exposed to something, the more we like it. Meeting a new person is a great example. Don't judge right away. Make sure you get to know them. If they fall short of expectation, give them another shot. Because the more that you're exposed to them, the more you're gonna like them. This also comes with friends. It may not work. This may not work with your, let's say, your best friend, but somebody, let's say you just met somebody and all of a sudden you become good pals, but you're not at a really, you don't really have a good bond enough yet. Let's say the school ends and now you're not engaged with them. You're not seeing them anymore. Most likely that relationship and that bond is gonna end because you're not seeing anymore. So your liking of them is not gonna get any better. And also it's important to remember unintentional meetings. What this means is basically when you see somebody at school, you see somebody at work, most likely you don't want to be there, makes, or let's say you don't have to be there. It is important that you take advantage of this as a time to expose yourself to others, to get to know them, see who you like the most, and most likely if you continue to expose yourself to them, you're gonna like them more and more. We all know the coronavirus. We know how the bad impact. People are actually smoking tobacco and other drugs during the pandemic more than they did before. This is according to the Center for Disease Control. This is because as people are being less exposed to their usual hobbies, they're being stuck in the house, exposed to other things, drugs, alcohol. So that's why they're smoking and drinking more. Social media and spending time with friends are two positive impacts of exposure. But what about those that are maybe a little shy? This is where exposure therapy comes in. According to American Psychological Organization, exposure therapy is defined as sort of like a form of therapy. Psychologists create a safe environment in which to expose individuals to things that they fear or avoid. In other words, just basically expose somebody to something that they don't like so they can like it. That's basically the same thing as exposure, just in the form of a therapy. Example is people are scared of roller coasters. They put them on roller coasters to basically get out of their fear of being afraid of roller coasters. Hopefully by this time you have been exposed to facts and things, my overall personality. I'm hoping that you hate me a lot less than you did before I give my speech. Don't think we need to talk. Um, and there you have it. Our exposure to social media actually has a great impact on lives than we think. Remember to stay engaged. Let's do a better job of exposing ourselves to our friends. Build positive relationships. And remember, just everybody be healthy right now. And thank you.